In the Bible, when Jesus says that the church is like salt, of course, in that age, salt was a preserving agent. That something really devastating will come upon the earth if we don't properly salt the earth. If there is not strong families that are demonstrating what covenant keeping looks like, what fatherhood is, and motherhood is, and sonship is, and daughterhood is, because the result is you get these people who understandably have had terrible experiences with those traditions and those institutions. And like you said, they're going to try to destroy them, and they're going to support the institutions that they feel did serve them or can be relied upon. Maybe the government is stronger, maybe the academy. There may be some other community, like she was saying about the like LGBT community. Maybe
Yeah.
there's a community out there that I can be a part of. And this thing that she's describing that has been unleashed on the earth through the destruction of marriage and family. It reminds me a lot of in Malachi at the very end, God says this really remarkable thing. And he says that the spirit of Elijah must come and turn the hearts of fathers to their children and children to the fathers. Otherwise, I will come and curse the land with a curse of utter destruction. That if there's a breakdown between the connection between fathers and children and fathers, that is, he's saying, inspired by the spirit of Elijah, then there's a curse that's unleashed upon the earth that just sort of like continues to unmake and undo everything. And
Mm.
I can't help but just I'm hearing like the resonance of that curse, like as it's blowing up, because you kind of go all the way back to like, where did this start? And I think in so many situations, may not have been in this generation, but maybe in the last generation, one generation ago, two generations ago, there was a man who decided he didn't want to stay in that marriage. There was a man, a father, who decided he didn't want to fight for those children. There was a man who decided to emotionally disconnect. Now, a lot can be said for, I'm sure there's many people to blame, but of course, a daughter being raised by a man like that is going to come out differently. She's going to have different intuitions about whether or not men are reliable, whether or not God can be trusted. And then you have the inevitable results in the next generation. And so we constantly are living in this sort of multi-generational story, whether we like it or not. That's the way God made the world. And so there is a danger. And this is why I think the solution ultimately is we have to get fathers who maybe have experienced abandonment, who maybe have never experienced that kind of solidity, to choose to stick with a family and to raise their children and to draw that deep emotional connection and to heal those things that have been destroyed.